starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
When the skies turn dark and the world goes cold, in the face of the storm, we gotta be bold. Vision preparedness, we rise from the wreck. Survivors in the chaos, we cash the check. Ooh. Step into the future where the streets are bare. Ashes in the wind, people trapped in despair. But we got our vision 10 steps ahead. Stockpiling knowledge, not just bread. Bunker down, got the gear, light shining bright. Mapping out the plan, gotta survive the night. Seek out the truth, gotta fight the lies. In this new era, we'll open our eyes. When the skies turn dark and the world goes cold, in the face of the storm, we gotta be bold. Vision preparedness, we rise from the wreck. Survivors in the chaos, we cash the check. Ooh. Gather the crew, we're a band of the brave. Through the wreckage and ruins, we learn how to save. Water, food, and tools, we're stacking them high. With the vision for tomorrow that can never die. Rebuilding the world, brick by brick. Science and hope, that's our survival trick. Look to the stars, hear the whispers of fate. In the ashes of the past, we recreate. When the skies turn dark and the world goes cold, in the face of the storm, we gotta be bold. Vision preparedness, we rise from the wreck. Survivors in the chaos, we cash the check. Ooh. Facing the fears, it's a brand new day.
Good evening, everyone. Happy MAYHEMIC Thursday. Skull. Good to see everybody. Welcome in. Hope everybody's had an amazing day today. Folks, I keep sounding like a broken record, but I gotta keep saying it. Stephen King couldn't make this stuff up, y'all. Hope everybody is doing well. Welcome in, Billy. So good to see you. Personal moderator, my man, Ghost Lincoln. So glad you're here, bruh, because I think we're going to need a new meter after tonight, because I'm going to definitely peg it, my brother. Good to see you. Welcome in. Prepper 101. Yep, it sure did. Allegedly, it did. They're reporting that it did disappear, but they say it was not due to gunfire or attack, and the other one landed safely at a base. But yeah, interesting. Good to see you, Prepper 101. Hope you're doing well. Oki Khan, welcome, man. How you doing? How's it going? Hope you're doing well wherever you may be in these great republics. Rabbit, so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day today as well. Michigan Outpost 231. Good to see you, my brother. How you doing? How's it going? She said is in the building and listening close. Good to see you, my man. Cajun Prepper. Hope you're doing well, bruh. Hope everything is going in your favor for sure today. Sherry, welcome in. Good to see you. There he is, my guy, my dude, the man who has taken it upon himself and told me he's always got my 6 Rule 2 IC. Skull, good to see you, my brother. Professor, how are you? How you doing? Skull to you too. Hope everything is going well and you're home safe and sound from the JOB. Michael Wolf is in the building. Donald Hoot is here to see us too. My man, Anthony, good to see you. Ferocious, welcome in. How are you? How you doing? let alone preppers aboard and getting ready. Y'all come on in, get comfortable, get seated down, because we're going to have to batten down the hatches tonight. Attack on the homeland. How will you respond? A couple other hellos. Gypsy, welcome in. Michelle, good to see you. Lisa Harris is in the building. Grit and Grace, so good to see you. Loretta, how are you, family? Good to see you. L2 is here, along with Oops and Bonnie and Show Intel, and everybody's here. And Show Intel, look at that. 2 months. Congratulations. 2 months as a member. Thank you. We appreciate your support, as well as everybody, whether you're a member or not. That's not it. We support everybody. We appreciate all the support from everybody that joins us tonight. Y'all, so let's dig into attacks on the homeland. It's amazing because today I heard no news. I was in meetings all day, was doing my thumbnail for tonight, and then my phone started blowing up and phone calls, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So, yeah, here we go. Advert, welcome in. Good to see you. My man, Paul J. Conroy Sr. is in the building. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So, you know me, I'm always about taking care of home. First of all, before we dive into it, here's my PSA for the night. You'll notice pinned to the top of the chat is Carnivalt, freeze-dried meats, 100% natural, beef, pork, and chicken. Check it out, y'all. At least go look at it, look at them. If you find something you want to buy, please purchase it. You can also use the coupon code VISION10 to save 10%, because, you know, I don't want or will associate with affiliates, partners, whatever you want to call them, unless they provide a discount to you, because we all have to watch the budget. All right, so let's dive in. Here in the homeland, unfortunately, 2 active shooter situations. One in Detroit, suspect in a Detroit area synagogue that attacked them and was unalived by a security guard. Suspect in the attack on the synagogue in the Detroit area is dead after ramming a truck into the building and being confronted by synagogue security. According to Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard, said there are no reported injuries among the students or the staff on site. That right there is absolutely the way anything should be handled, so there are no innocent lives taken because of a insane person. Yeah. Yardbirds said the Carnivalt single packs 12 for $99 is a great deal in my opinion. Well, I appreciate that, Yardbirds. Appreciate that. So this guy literally ran his truck into the building and down a hallway, got out of his vehicle with apparently a rifle or a handgun, and the security guard took him out. 2 law enforcement sources told CBS News the suspect rammed the vehicle into the synagogue, then exited, with the rifle, and was shot by the security guard. Awesome. As soon as he got out of the truck, he was taken out and taken down. In the building, there are literally 140 students and staff. All of them are safe. Ferocious, I will be dropping a video of that soon. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to also do a live stream of it so you can see the process that I went through. So, yes. Right. It was in the suburbs outside of Detroit, Michigan. Right, Lisa. Exactly. But so nobody got hurt. Dana, good to see you. Prepper Book Club is in the building. Welcome in. So that was a good thing. Bad incident, excellent results. Nobody was hurt, injured, and or. And as we speak, CBS is either talking about it or broadcasting it. I don't know if it's live, but the good thing is nobody was hurt. In other news, the second, Old Dominion University. CBS News has reported that a shooter was identified as a former Virginia National Guardsman, Mohammed Baylor Jaha. This is still being investigated, and it is being investigated as a terror-related incident. Unfortunately, one victim has been unalived, and 2 others have been injured after the shooting at Old Dominion University today. But the gunman was taken out by students in the classroom and completely unalived. CBS News is reporting that the shooter, he pled guilty in October of 2026 for attempting to provide material support to ISIS. What's material support? Inquiring minds want to know. My man, NYCOG Prepper, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Cherokee Survival's in the building. Good to see you also, my brother. So he pled guilty in 2016. The FBI also confirmed during the press conference that he was unalived by the students in the classroom in which he started shooting. It was claimed that he hollered Allah Akbar, whatever. Anyway, he has been deleted, and one student was also unalived and one hurt. And that is a sad day. My prayers go out to both incidences, all the families and the victims, because it doesn't just affect 1 or 2 people, it always affects multiples. Keep that in mind. And that's tragic. But let's get down to it. In other news, quickly, apparently the FBI has heard of, I don't know if they intercepted it, stopped it, or whatever, but Iran was planning a drone strike attack in the great state of California. Allegedly. You all have heard of today, I guess, the Iranian cyber hack of Stryker Corporation. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard that today about Stryker. Major cyber attack on Stryker. Everybody should have probably, possibly. Yep, Donald heard about it. Dana. Yardbirds. Go for it. Yeah. But anyway, Stryker, in case you didn't know, this is interesting according to the Wall Street Journal. The logo of an Iran-linked group appeared on devices of employees of medical technology giant Stryker. This, folks, was a global cyber attack on Stryker, and I guess they got 50 terabytes of data. They got the data, and then crashed the systems. It's amazing. This company is Stryker's based out of Michigan. A global network disruption in their Microsoft environment. It's crazy. I mean, I'm gonna drop this story here in the chat from CNN for anybody that wants to read it, but they have medical records and equipment from all over the world. And apparently, allegedly, the Iranians have it. And who knows what they're going to do with it. Ace, good to see you. My man, Scott Hummer's in the building. I see you rolling around in here, Scott. How you doing? Good to see you. There he is. Good to see you, Scott. Hope you're doing well. And all that. Dana, welcome in. Right, medical items. They're medical technology to hospitals and EMS, and they pretty much took all their data and everything else. Yeah. Will you say, Yardbirds? Well, if they steal my identity, their credit score is going to tank. Yeah, I'm with you on that, my brother. Yep. Prepper 101 said, I work for Cyberdyne Systems. We have a new T800 robot coming out soon. Should make the world a better place. Of course they do. So, like I've been saying it for weeks, if not months, that we are going to feel the brunt of Iran's cyber attacks in this country, along with any other thing they decide to do. It's not good. But let's get to the topic. Attacks on the homeland. How will you respond? Let's just say, hypothetically, allegedly, massive drone strike in your city. What do you do? And do I have a sound answer? The only sound answer I have is I put the plans that I have in place into practice. Yeah. Drone attack your city. What do you got to do? What are you going to do? You're going to hear an all alert from the state. Hopefully, I still don't understand why the US of A is the only country on the planet that does not prepare its citizens when it knows something is going to happen. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Paul said something, mentioned something from pinball. You can mention it. It doesn't matter. Cyberdyne. Dana, right. Terminator? Yeah. Cyberdyne Technologies. Yes. But if that happens, what are you going to do? Right. We got to keep that in mind. It has never happened in this country since we've been alive, since the British were coming. And my good friend Paul Revere was rambling and running and riding his horse. Do we have plans that will all that? The professor said duck hunt comes to mind. Yeah. Yep. There are a lot of ways to exactly, Prepper Book Club. Right. For those of you that may be old enough to remember old civil defense, yeah, and stuff like that. Absolutely. So, stealing trees, good to see you. We got to have some plans in place. If there's a major attack in a major city that you may live in, you know, the government, of course, is going to tell you shelter in place and all that good stuff. Um, is that going to be enough? What happens if it literally hit on your street? Exactly, Boone. That's what I'm talking about. Right. You're tracking. She said depends on how close the home attack is. Yeah. What happens if a drone hits 7 houses down the street from you? Then what? Maverick, you're absolutely right. There you go. L2 rule number one: don't die. That's true. That's rule number one: don't die. But this is real. And Iran allegedly has called for a jihad against the United States. And you know, we can't just I'm not saying you know, you sit in a corner and stay awake holding your tool, but you know, live life and be aware of all your surroundings. You know, I'm not going to mass gatherings of people. I'm not doing it. My family's not doing it, first of all. I just won't. I won't do it. Um, right, X, right. Less chance in the country, but definitely in the city. Right. If you live in a major metropolitan city, you know, you need to be a little more aware and keep your head on a swivel. And as Mike says, if you see something out of place, say something to somebody, call somebody, especially if it is very odd. Trust that sixth sense. Oh yeah, Maverick, I got backups for the backups. Yes. Cherokee Survival, it is coffee. That's the first thing I'm gonna have is sit back and say skull to the Aloha Snack Bar attendees. And then I'm gonna pick up a device, send a message, and hunker down for the long haul. For the long haul. But you know, Boone said, I live in a very rural area. Yeah, rural country. Right. But here's the thing, y'all. What if, yeah, I'm going to say it. What if, for some reason, a sleeper cell pops up in rural America? I know. Everybody with a pickup truck and a shoddy gonna come rocking and rolling. I get that. But what if, you know, they're able to get something off before then? What if they're there because we live in a rural America? Do you know the big substations in your area? Those could become a target. Plain and simple. Oh, absolutely, Karen. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. But, you know, power stations. How many of you are in states that have nuclear facilities? How many of you are in states that have major US military bases nearby? Not Cherokee. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit back and have a cup of coffee and go from there. But see, that's the thing. You gotta know your area and what's around you that could draw those types of people to your area, even if you live in rural America. Yeah. We say grit and grace, the Claymore Roombas. Shh, don't be giving away all the plans. But that's just the thing, y'all. If you live near a major military base, something could happen in your area. I know we're a good ways away from a major Air Force base in Ohio, the largest Air Force base in Ohio, Wright-Patterson. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is about an hour and a half away. And, that could be a target. So I always keep that in mind for sure. Bonnie said Red Dawn. I think it'd be more than Red Dawn if they literally try to send boots on the ground here. Yeah. So, Rob in the garden, good to see you. That's right, bruh. Tell them my backup have backups. Absolutely. Yep. Keep your batteries charged. Keep your solar generators charged. You never know, folks, because I, I, I still say we're going to experience a major power grid outage. I pray I'm wrong, but I do that. I say that that's going to be likely one of the things. But if you live in an area that has national interest, doing air quotes for those listening, then you may want to, really, really pay attention to your surrounding areas and where you may go. And y'all know I don't push fear porn or do fear mongering like some of the other doomsday doomer channels. And I'll never tell you to, buy my stuff or you're going to die. That's not going to happen. Salt Mist, so good to see you. Yeah. Okay. Salt Mist said 50-ish miles from me. Yeah. And yeah. KP said, and it's 5 miles down the road from me. Right. So those are the things that I would be really paying attention to. Pay attention to that stuff. If all of a sudden you hear, massive helicopter movement flying over your house, you may want to get up and check out what's going on. Yeah. Boone said Washington State is nuclear bases. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And y'all, the prettiest thing that has ever cast my eyes upon has walked into the building, and the cup just jingle jangles away. Listen closely. And if you don't hear that amazing poop, there you go. Up comes back up hot and full. The ADT detection gets out from under the table. Hi, how are you? Everything okay? You look sleepy. I am. You are. I love you. Thank you for the refill. Tell everybody hello. Hola. COO says hi as Cole walks out behind her. Oh, nope, he's standing in the doorway, sat down, and yawned. Yeah. Skull, everybody. Michigan Outpost said 17 miles from a nuclear power plant. That's good that you guys are understand all of this. Blue Butterfly, good to see you. How are you? Yeah, know what's near you. Yep. Dana said they closed Indian Point a few years ago. It's supposed to be empty. Could be, could not be. But, everybody needs to know what's near them. Salt Mist said Coast Guard base in my town. Yeah. Yep. Lisa said, I went to a seed company today. Every time the door opened, we were all looking to see who was coming in. They were flying a lot today, coming out of Selfridge Air Base. Yeah, that's the thing. And Lisa, that's a good thing. Head on a swivel. Y'all's nephew walked away. Yeah, Gigi's Garden, good to see you. Exactly. Number 1, pray. Number 2, gather supplies. Number 3, use supplies. That sounds like a good 1, 2, 3 punch to me, for sure. Jason, good to see you, my brother. Skull. Yeah, but that's the thing. Know where the not just the military bases are, but also where the major substations are. If you live in an area where it has a major electrical substation, know that and check it out. See what kind of security they have, or do they, other than just a fence and maybe some cameras. Yeah. Little Lone Prepper said she is 18 miles from a nuclear power plant. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Michael Wolf said major cities, gun-free zones, military bases, tourist trap areas. Keep your head on a swivel. Always. Always, always, always. Scott Hummer, oof, he said, I'm 15 minutes from a nuke weapons storage bunker at Carswell Air Force Base. Yep. Yes, indeed, my brother. Yes, indeed. We say Rob in the Garden, Red Dawn. That movie didn't end well. Right. Not for them. Yeah. Ferocious said, I'm 300 to 400 miles from any major city or any kind of base or silo. I am upwind. It's a good thing. Yeah. Uh-oh. Cajun Prepper said, grit down for 8 hours last night. How did you fare, my brother? How'd you do? Tell us how'd you do. And apparently you did well because you're here today. But, you know, those are the things we have to keep in mind, y'all, especially now. I'm with you, L2. Spell check is the demon. Yes, spell check is truly a demon. Luke said, good evening, Luke. Welcome in. Luke said, I have no major military base within 30 miles of me. That's good. That's a good thing. X said, Vision, are you paying her to do this after the live? You give her $20? Nah, bruh. She does it out of the kindness of her heart and the love for me. I would like to think, instead of me, you know, complaining that my cup is empty and screaming and hollering, which I don't do, that I need coffee, or making y'all, you know, hold on while I go get another cup, and then y'all try to auction off everything that you see. Nah. Plus, she likes to come down here and see y'all. She likes to come say hi to you guys. Yeah. She likes to see you guys and come down and say hi. So anyway, but how would you respond from a major thing, you know, that goes down in your area, and flat out, if it's an attack from a sleeper cell? Okay, Cajun Prepper. Look, he said Vision just fine. Opus Mega 1 handled the fridge and freezer with ease. That's awesome, bruh. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. And I know you got a good night's sleep too, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah. Ace 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 said, it's a good thing you married her. Absolutely. Yeah. James, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Ghost Lincoln said, allegedly, everything in his background is a prop. Don't let him fool you. Ha! That right there is called The Art of Deception by my guy, Ghost Lincoln. Skull. You get the gold star for the evening, Ghost. Skull. Yep, ain't none of that stuff real. It's just props. If I pick something up, you'll just see the cardboard on the backside. If I turn it sideways, it's about that thick. Everything is a prop. Yeah. Okay, Luke says, I have a question. Last year, whatever became of those East Coast drones? Yeah, good question, Luke. From what I hear, They knew what they were, but they weren't telling them and wouldn't tell us what they were. I think they were experimental drones that the U.S. somebody or another was testing. Yeah. Ooh, KP said a lot of tornado warnings in Louisiana last night. Yeah. But the thing is, y'all, Yardbirds, quit giving away all my secrets. That's true. They are needs. Go said, I got the gold star. Yay, I'm special. But no, seriously, folks. So here's some other alleged stuff I heard today. And I haven't verified nothing because I didn't have time to verify. So all of this is alleged stuff. Okay. Some of you may have stay safe, Michelle. Thank you for stopping in. Please hit that like button on your way out if you have not. I appreciate you. I don't know. I can't verify it. Haven't had time to verify it, but I will say this. Apparently and allegedly, Tel Aviv is in shambles, according to Iran and sources inside of Israel. Don't know for a fact, allegedly. So, hey, don't come over here whipping my legs and all of that, YouTube. Because number one, from what I heard and understand, Israel has a law in place that you cannot record or film within the country without their permission. And if you violate that, that is a 5-year prison sentence. So they're doing media control. But, you know, stuff leaks out, stuff gets out. But apparently, Iran is bombing them into the next century, and Tel Aviv is in shambles. I don't know firsthand. I'm just sharing some stuff, allegedly. Also, Iran is claiming that they bombed and deleted the head of Mossad and some other Mossadians, and allegedly have taken out Benny Boy himself. If you tracking what I'm laying down, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. Can't verify it. Nobody has seen him, and so forth and so on. But yeah, it's not. We've said, we've been told that our government is lying to us. Shocker. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. But from what I understand, Iran took out major radar systems for the U.S., and a couple of them were a couple of $1 billion. And basically, they also have taken out the radar systems for allegedly the Israeli Iron Dome, and it is not working. Allegedly. I don't know. I'm not there. I ain't going over there and don't care to go over there because I am in the great republics of America. For sure. First Fox, welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome. Right. Say that again, Bonnie, loud and clear. Surely they wouldn't lie. Yeah. But, whatever. It's called the art of deception, the art of war. Yeah. Exactly, Ferocious. Right. If it's only partially true. Right. 1,600 wounded on our side yesterday. Right. I've heard that they have been just literally bombarding Tel Aviv. I don't know. I don't know. Dave Busby, so good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Senorita, welcome in. Skull. Benny could be in a bunker, but here's the odd part, y'all. When all that started, did you how and I need clarification. This t-shirt is not doing well with my other t-shirt. They're not, it's sticking to it. Anyway, I need some clarification for y'all, from y'all, please. Put a 1 in the chat if you found it was odd to hear the news snippet that Benny Boy flew to Germany. I find that very odd. So I'm going to start it off because I find that odd that Benny Boy would fly to Germany and they would just say, oh, yeah, he's in Germany. I don't know. Then others saying he's been on a plane and he's been flying around because he knows he's a target, the number one target. So, and it doesn't surprise me. Right, Paul. Exactly. No government has ever lied to their people. That's a first. Correct. Yes, without a doubt. Yeah. So, Tammy, so good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. But who knows? I don't know. I'm not there. Um, exactly, ferocious. Right. Persia is going to glow for the next 10,000 years if that did happen, because if Benny Boy was deleted, even though they are confirming that the head of Mossad was taken out. Yes. Exactly, Fallen Skies. Good to see you, my brother. Right. 2 C-130s. Refuelers are down in Iraq. Right. One went down and the other allegedly landed safely at a base. But yes, the C-130s, they say that it was not enemy attack, but one went down. So y'all, I'm tired of this game. Ha! Right, Jason. Right. I exactly. I'm with you, L2. If they took out Benny Boy, they would have told no, they wouldn't have told nobody. They would have done it. They would have dropped a nuke. And isn't it amazing that they have never said they had him and they are not part of any nuclear peace treaty on the planet? How is that? Inquiring minds want to know. They are not in any nuclear peace treaty. Stephen King, I hope you're writing a new book, my brother, or coming out with a movie or something, because this is buffoonery at its best. Yeah. You're right. They're not ready because, from what I understand, uh, Iran dropped mines in the Strait of Hormuz, allegedly. I don't know for a fact because I'm not there. Yeah. Yardbirds, hooray for the men of vision, because they never disappear. No, I ain't going nowhere. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. That is true, which is, to me, another Friday. I am not superstitious, never will be, and all of that. Right, Dave. Right. C-130s. That's right. Lockheed Martin. And I used to work for Douglas and Boeing. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, for those of you that know that the C-130s went down, do you know why they went down? Because I haven't found anything that literally said why one crashed and the other safely landed. I don't know. Well, that is true. You're right, Michael. Right. The United States is not part of any North nuclear peace treaty either. Very true. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Spring break. And what happens during spring break? The kids come out. The kids go everywhere. The kids do their thing. And pray pray for our children, pray for our country, y'all, and pray for the president. Whether you like him or not, that's not the point. The book I read talks about pray for your leaders and all of that good stuff, but pray for the kids. See, when you want to see this guy right here go total zero dark 30, mess with my kids. I you don't do that. You don't mess with the babies, period. I don't care if the baby is 40 years old. You don't mess with the babies. Yeah. Dana said, if our homeland were attacked with their boots on our ground, what would be the logistical response? Well, depending on where they were, they would definitely activate. Probably the quickest response would be the National Guard, um, and the reservists, active military, depending on how close they are, local, state, federal, and police. That's what I think. I mean, that would be the logical thing, but who knows? Because this country does nothing logically. Nothing. Blackbird, good to see you. Yeah. Yep. Uh, I'm sure they do, X. I'm sure they do. So, yeah. G-Man, KC-135 is an old bird. That's true. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's the thing. But, okay, fallen skies, refueling malfunction supposedly. Okay. Well, I mean, trying to refuel something mid-air in flight, that is not an easy task. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's what they said it was. Yeah. Still, Tree said we're in season 6 of Stranger Things. Yeah. But again, y'all, back to the question, was that Dana? That Dana asked, so if they had boots on the ground, let's just say, let's go there. Let's go down that rabbit hole. And y'all go down there with me. OVP in the building. Good to see you, my brother. Boots on the ground show up on American soil. What is your response? Christ is my king. So good to see you. Uh-oh. Breaking news. Suspicious powder in NYC. Could be fentanyl. Who knows? Somebody dropped a bag in transport. Professor, there you go. He said, we will never see a boots on the ground scenario. They would never muster together in numbers. They want to hide and fight. Think guerrilla warfare, hit and run. Yeah, and that's why sleeper cells are their best way to do it. Hit and run. Yeah. Full-blown invasion attempt wouldn't go well for them no matter what, in my opinion. In my opinion, that would not go well. Yeah. I hear you, fallen skies. I saw that same thing. Hey, you know what? I ain't mad at him. Ain't mad at him. Could you imagine now? Just follow me on here. Just since we're in this rabbit hole and I'm trying to dig us out and get us back to where we were. Could you imagine that whoever it is invades California and the Bloods and Crips say, you know what? Truce. Let's here. Hold my beer. Let's go get them. Could you imagine that? Yeah. Yep. Could you imagine the Bloods and Crips teaming up to fight some intruders that are coming into this country? Meanwhile, in Texas, you got every four-wheeler, every four-wheel drive, pickup truck, car, everything. Yeah, everything rolling out. They know they can't win if they put boots on the ground. You know why? Because we have the world's largest private military on the planet. Thank you, Second Amendment. Regardless of whatever anybody else says. C. Johnson, good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah. Yep. But that's their thing. They want to do, guerrilla warfare. They don't want boots on the ground. They're going to, activate sleeper cells that have been here for the last 5, 10, 15 years. Yeah. And go from there and do a hit and run. We say, Professor, hold my Pabst blue ribbon. Exactly. Yeah. That's how that's going to go down. You got that right, Loretta. Uh-oh. Breaking news. Boone just said Fox News reporting an agreement cease fire. Well, we'll see if that stands tall. Because last time, if I'm not mistaken, one of those two folks that were throwing rocks had a ceasefire. They still lit them up that night or the next day. Lady Smith, so good to see you. How are you? How you doing? Skull, fellow Ohioan. So, okay, a possible ceasefire, that would be a good thing. Yeah. We say, Ed, probably going the longest hunting season of my life. Right, my brother. I'm with you on that, Ed. Good to see you. Please give Tara my love and tell her I said hello, please. And thank you. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah. Now, Gigi said, well, would be time for me to put on my boots and big girl pants on. There you go. But that's the thing, y'all. So let's just say sleeper cells all of a sudden start popping off in all these major cities all over the country. Our response. First thing I was thinking about is here in Ohio, if something popped off, first thing I have one family member to go get. So that's my number one priority. Bring them back to this location right here. And I'm rolling in hot and heavy, preferably before it gets to that area or along the way. But if not, I will be prepared and ready with the necessary tools and or personnel to retrieve said family member. But those are the things you got to think about. If you're bugging out of your area, where you going? What are you taking? Who you going to see? And all of that. All of those plans you got to put in place way before it even happens. We all know that. So I'm not going to do all that. CUCV Farmer, so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But in the meantime, if there was major attacks, I believe in this country, similar to 911, I think there would be a large response from the American people, depending on what it was that happened. If they said, sleeper cells here, there, and everywhere, I think there would be a good response from people. Ghost Lincoln said, if I have to bug out, I will become the supreme leader of Walmart. Yeah. And maybe harbor freight in a couple Home Depots and Lowe's. Well, I'm not bugging out. I'm staying put. I'm staying right where I am at and rally the troops, plain and simple, according to Cole. Yeah. Bonnie said, I can look like a helpless little old lady, as you should. Gray lady, gray man. That's the first thing you do, you know? And if you don't believe me, here's out of all, now stick with me, out of all of the John Wick movies, y'all, every one of them, I pay attention to one particular group of people, the Bowery people. The Bowery King, all of his people look homeless, and they are deadly. Those are the people you want to mimic. The Bowery people, deadly. Katrinka said, what are your plans for your fur babies? Lately, I've had some health issues with my fur babies, and it's a concern. No health issues here. And when you say plans, what do you mean, Katrinka? But no health issues with mine. Titus is growing like a weed, and Cole is bulking up and going into his third season of growth, and they are eating us out of house and home. That's why I have a deep freezer in the garage. First Fox said we're staying put also. Yeah, exactly. Boone said holding down here. Yep. X, good point. We do have a lot of militias and a lot of groups who are training. That's true. We do. So, those are the things to know also and keep an eye on. Every group that trains is not a psycho militia trying to take over the world. Some of them are there to protect the city you live in, the town you live in, the village you live in, and so forth and so on. Yeah. Yep. That's the way it is. Yep. And that's how it is. That's the reality of it. But folks, the thing is, you got to make sure that we're cutting through the lies and not jumping at everything we hear. I'll say that. One thing I do is I listen closely and I act slowly. We got to make sure that we decipher and have discernment on what we should be doing. I'm with you, X. I'm with you, bruh. I'm with you. Yep. Cajun Prepper said problem is going to be all these anti-ice blue hair freakazoids are going to be going up with whoever starts the crap. Well, they can. Why is that a problem? Let them be. No, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. But yes, they will be. Hi, sir. How you doing? You good? Did you get snacks? You got something because you got stuff all over your mouth. You good? You okay? Okay. Have a seat. Don't put the slobber on me, please. Yep. Tammy said locked, stocked, and bugging in. You're right. I'm with you. Right. Right, Dave. Don't jump to conclusions. We got to be able to decipher and navigate through the lies, the propaganda, and and mitigate any issue in time. The professor if he's still in the chat, you know, the art of deception and all that stuff. I'm with you, Ferocious. Right. Yep. Right. It'll all be enough or not. Plain and simple. And when I don't have enough, then I'm going to rely on God for the rest. And that's just where it is. Yep. Yep. Kathy said, I have a similar ADT system as Trent. There you go, Kathy. There, it's a wonderful thing. And yeah, and I got one in training who I gotta get him on video or a live stream. His bark, Titus's bark is a deep baritone, and so is his growl. I was floored. I was like, where'd that come from, little guy? Well, he's not so little, but he's young. But yeah, he has a baritone bark that is just, yeah. And y'all have heard Cole's bark. His bark will make you run away. But anyway, I digress. Again, folks, attacks on the homeland. How will you respond? You know, depending on where it is and what it is. Yeah. CUCV farmer, right. I'm bugging in with my wife unless I don't have a house. Right. I'm with you. I'm with you. And that's the thing. Why go out and become an instant refugee unless you have a destination? If you have a bug out location that is fortified and all of that, and if trouble comes your way, bug out and get to safer grounds. Yeah. That's what you got to do. Dana said dogs' faces and eyes will make anyone soil their clothes. Hey, especially this one. Cole's the enforcer. You know, Titus is the 2nd Battalion, but Cole's the here, hold my beer. Or better yet, here, hold my kibble. Yeah, Cole is that guy. And he knows. He is the 1st Division. He's riding with Dad. Yep. Yep. Yeah. But, you know, folks, that's the thing that's going on, especially everything that's going on in our country. We had these 2 mass shootings and some foiled plans or known plans, but our country's not telling us anything to ease the concerns of the country. Yeah. Exactly, Yolanda. Right. We're in an apartment and we will be staying put. We have everything we need here. Absolutely. And that's perfectly okay. And please do. And you know, bugging in is okay. And that's what you may want to do. And that's perfectly fine. Yep. So that's a good thing. Glad to hear that. But you know, folks, whether you bug in or bug out, especially if there's attacks on the homeland, you got to do what's best for you. You know, I'm in the mesh-tastic rabbit hole right now, and doing that. So you know that's going to be an added need. So it's going to be okay, and we're going to be all right with that. Senorita, have a good evening. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your MAYHEMIC Thursday. Thank you for joining. Yeah. That's true, Dana. Fear can paralyze us or focus us and motivate us. This is why we prepare and plan. Right. Believe it or not, folks, the more you plan and prep, the less fear you will have if there is something you have to do or one of your plans you have to put in place. Yeah. Exactly, Lady Smith. Right. Bugging in does not mean there are no contingency plans. That's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah. Oh, CUCV farmer, you're absolutely right. I've seen a couple, but I know a guy, and that's what I'm doing. Hands on, boots in the ground, and soon we'll begin testing. And exactly, CUCV, right. Prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Correct. Oh, Dana, absolutely. That's how he always sits. No matter who he's with, he will always sit with his back to you as he scans and he's focused on the doorway. That's his natural mode, always. but y'all, um, the thing is, and please do not think that something major could not happen on U.S. soil or we cannot be touched. Yeah, don't think that because we can be. Nobody is impenetrable, plain and simple, no matter what. Um, September the 11th proved that. Yeah. So Ghost Lincoln said, people give me crap about bugging out. One thing to remember, I spent the last 20 years living here, working here, studying this place, and working in the infrastructure system and learning the people. That's why they call him the engineer. Yeah, exactly, Yardbirds. Never underestimate your opponent. Never, ever, never. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You bug, like X just said, you bug in until you have to bug out. Yep, that's true. Stay until you have to bug out. Exactly. KY Survival, aka Old Grouchy KY guy. No one is untouchable. Too many toys these days. That's very true, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Skull. But that's just it. You know, folks, if there are attacks on the homeland, well, no, let me say this more, because I truly believe we've already had some attacks. I believe there is things that have happened that our government is not telling us, and there are plans that they may have foiled. So that's okay too. But in the same thing, uh, don't think we're not that we are untouchable. Yeah. Ooh, listen to L2. 20 teams of 5 placed in the right spots could take down the grid for years. Yes. Yeah. Only there literally are 9 substations. If those strategically aligned 9 substations are taken out, it will take down the grid from coast to coast. Yes. And it would take years to bring the grid back up. Jennifer, so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But folks, that's just it. We gotta be proactive. We have to be proactive. Tax on the homeland. How will you respond? Plain and simple. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's after 9. Angry Prepper's on. I don't want to step on Jason. But this is food for thought, okay? Is it going to happen? I don't know. Is it happening? I believe so. And I just want to make sure, ha ha. Tell him, Yolanda, The enemy walks around us. Always be vigilant. Yeah, we have to. Keep your head on the swivel. Do the due diligence, and it's reality. It's here. Anything can happen on our soil. And believe it or not, oh, you got that right, Luke. All day, every day. Fear not. Our Lord and Savior is firmly in control. Absolutely, my brother. Very well said. Yep. Right, X. Right. Prepare for both bugging in because you will bug out afterwards. Hey, you never know. If there's a firefight and when we come out on the right side of it, heads on the pike, lining the road. Don't come down here. You don't want to do that. But I'm with you, bruh. At some point in time, you may have to bug out. And that's a plan well thought of. Salt and Mist, thank you for joining us. Yep, exactly. Cajun Prepper. Right. Yep. Yes, indeedy. You never know, folks, at any day and or time. Yeah. Tax agency. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too, Ghost. I'm with you on that. But folks, know how you're going to respond. Review your plans. Practice your plans. What was that? Cajun Prepper said last night, 8 hours power outage in his house where he lives. You know, I did a live stream last week or earlier this week, last week. Can you survive 90 days without electricity? That's hard. That's tough. But we can get through it. But attacks on the homeland, how will you respond? And responding doesn't always mean with force. It doesn't. It really doesn't. How will you make sure that your family's okay and taken care of in some type of normalcy in your household if there are attacks on the homeland? Plain and simple. With that, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Smash that like button, share this out. Come back afterwards and leave a comment. Share this with somebody that needs to understand. We are not untouchable in this country. For sure. With that, remember this, folks. Keep on prepping because your family depends on you and it depends on your life. Rule number 1 of prepping, do not die. God bless everybody. Enjoy the rest of your MAYHEMIC Thursday, and we will see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay strapped. Pop smoke. The time is now.